pale chumbani mvua masika watana shari piga mswaki washa ubani sani wanjwaki hima ndo kazi piga pima sauti ya ndio moyo
Hey, what's up, wonderful people? Welcome to the Express Show on the Black Hot Fire Network. I do trust that you are doing fantastic, being on yet another wonderful day on a Friday, the 5th of February, the year 2020. 2021. We do say karibuni sana, and we do hope that everyone is doing fantastic. This is the Express Show where we are all about the fresh hits and the fresh vibes. And you might be asking yourself, how can you get a hold of us? We are actually very interactive and social. Tuko kwenye mitandao ya kijamii ambapo unazitupata kwenye Facebook, tupo kwenye Twitter. We are also on Instagram as well. Just look for the 254 Express Show. And of course, being on the Express Show and on a Friday, we are all about the entertainment vibes. In case you're wondering what we shall be talking about today, we shall be delving into entertainment across the continent of Africa. And we also happen to have a wonderful guest in studio with us. She goes by the name Snaidah Don, Dada. And of course, we shall be getting into a conversation with her, getting to know what she is all about. How has her music journey been? And endeleaje kwa muziki. And of course, we shall even be talking about some of the challenges in the industry as well as the opportunities right now. And of course, I would like to know, how are you doing on a Friday? And of course, siku ya Ijumaa kuna mambo mingi sana ambayo inatendeka. You know, it's been on the end of the month Friday. We happen to see people getting ready to go out there and party. We would love to know what you are up to, and of course you can get a hold of us on our different social media platforms. Like I said, we are on Instagram, Black Hot Fire Network. We are also on Twitter, Black Hot Fire, and also on Facebook, Black Hot Fire Network Radio Station. You can also find us under the hashtag 254 Express Show. Once again, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Remember, we are all about the fresh hits and the fresh vibes, and of course we shall be jamming a little bit to, of course, some of the music by the one and only Snaidah Don, Dada. And of course, in case you're wondering what is that particular song that has been jamming, that is one of our songs. It's known as Female MCs. But nonetheless, we shall be talking to the female MC from the 254, and she shall be letting us know what's good. And of course, that is after this short music break.
Snaidah Don, through the ashes, hell
This is Black Hot Fire Radio.
You can't tell me enough. Murder. Been through the edges, not cutting joke. If I was telling you, so how you tell it? You shouldn't tell it if you are too more well. Tell me well, it's very been there. But I don't get this thing, how can I tell it? You pass it over, you got to take it. Take it, kujikata kitu chote. Ashoke, mashakuna maone. Si wakatai kumsaidia, si wakatai. 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 Si wakatai kumsaidia. So some next level shit. It's speech, wanna die to the kiss. In my face, me complete two shots. You tell me shut the fuck up, what I keep swat. Gonna die to my what? But it's a hakim cheki urasu mit kama bati terem sheki maji foi no ikwe ade takataka wela si wakatai kumsaidia si wakatai 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 si wakatai kumsaidia si wakatai.
Yes, we are all about the fresh hits and the fresh vibes right here on the 254 Express Show. We do trust that you are doing fantastic on this particular day. Being on a Friday, we do say ni siku ya Ijumaa, and we are all about the fresh hits and the fresh vibes. This is your homeboy Spikes, and of course, like you said, we do have the wonderful guest in studio with us, the lovely Miss Snaidah Don, Dada. Karibu sana kwenye studio.
Asante.
And of course, we are glad to have you in studio. It has been a long time, and we are hoping perhaps you would have come earlier, but we are delighted. Everything happens at its own time. Feel very, very much welcome to the studio today. And of course, I would like to give you the opportunity to introduce yourself. Ungependa kujiintroduce vipi?
Okay. My artistical names are Snaidah Don Dada.
Yeah.
For those willing to become my fans, you can catch me on Instagram at Snaidah_Don_Dada, on YouTube Snaidah Don Dada, Twitter Snaidah Don Dada, Facebook Snaidah Don Dada, TikTok Snaidah Don Dada.
Yeah, manze, koko kila mitandao.
Yeah, I'm a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm versatile, naweza fanya vitu zingine pia, usanii ni kuwa versatile like venye beat ikikame nikivibe nayo mimi nachafua tu soni.
Yeah, that is what it is. And of course, you have been doing music for quite a while. How long have you been doing music professionally?
So far 1 year so far.
Yeah, miezi 12. Someone will say 1 year, someone mwingine atafikiria 10 amekuwa kwa industry 1 year. It's actually of course 12 months, and it's actually a good vibe. How has the music industry, how's the journey been for you so far?
What I can say, the journey ni take 2 baby steps kidogo. Siwezi sema kuja kuwa na changamoto, challenges are there, but it's the ways wa kuzi overcome ndio ina matter most, na ku keep going, patience, perseverance and persistence.
Manze, na pia kumweka Mungu mbele kulingana anasema amekuaje kwa industry na make it so far. And of course ningependa nijue when did you discover your passion for music? Umekuwa kwa industry for 1 year, but when did you really discover your passion for music?
Okay, I was into music back then in high school. Ile tu kusikiza, kupenda muziki, kupenda what wasanii wanafanya. Then venye niliingia campus, pale ndio nilikuwa naona Saki na PT1, Petra, female MCs to generally doing their thing. Then I used to see like female artists in the male dominated genre, hip hop that is, ama rap generally. Ilikuwa inanikalia kitu dope sana. So hata mimi nilikuwa na hiyo hamu siku moja hadi mimi niweze kufanya kitu kama hiyo. But nile unaimbianga tu kwa nyumba hivi ukijichocha.
Unasema kwa bafu.
Kidogo. People are like, Snaidah unaweza, but bado hujiamini, hujai hadi fika. Unasemanga one day I'll hit the studio, but you keep postponing. So the kidogo when I got done with campus, I used to Saru akatokelezea. Then her freestyles were all over the place, WhatsApp, Facebook. Then I was like, it doesn't matter ni wakati mgani umeanza music, for as long as you have the ile passion
na courage ya kwanza.
It doesn't matter in time gani, it doesn't matter who was there before you, for as long as you have hiyo passion ya kupush kazi yako. So nikasema Saru ameingia hivi na kidogo ashablow up maze hii kitu hadi mimi naweza. So kuna freestyle flani nilidrop pale Instagram, then I tagged PT1. It was a cover of her song fulani, muziki zangu kama tembe. So alinipea shout out, akanibiga, akasema msanii mkubwa kafe miona ananibiga,
ametambua talanta,
basi hiki tunaweza. So kidogo nikaanza kuchunga mistari, post WhatsApp status, sofa kuuliza Snaidah unaweza
kazi naweza,
kumbe naweza. Nikafika studio, nikaanza recording, na ndio hivyo sasa the journey sasa imefika. Sasa nimefanya muziki for 1 year.
Which is actually a very good thing, because unajua kuna wengine wanafanya mwezi mmoja wanasema hapana, sipati supply nataka, ama sipati reception nataka. But of course for you have been pushing in the music industry, and you said umetaja majina matatu pale. Umesema kuna of course Petra, umesema pia kuna the likes of PT1, and of course you have also said kuna also Saru. But of course let me ask you, of course when you got into the music industry, kuna zile vitu mtu wanga anaangalia naona maybe by this time I've achieved this, or by this time are your dreams venye mambo inaendelea kukua, unaona kama ndoto zao zinakaribia kutimia, ama what do you think? Are you venye ulikuwa umeona industry itakuwa, is it the way it has turned out?
Before uanze unaonanga maybe tunaweza chapa ngoma hivi moja, bora imebamba mabeshte inaweza penya, but maze ukiingia kwa game vitu ni
ground ni tofauti,
vitu kwa ground ni different. Unaweza jipata una fall into depression because muziki yako ijasonga vile unataka,
ama wase wameanza ku hate maze.
But chenye naweza ambia waseni, una take every yani step by step, yani kubali kulearn, kubali ku grow, unaona.
na vitu zitasonga tu, but
things eventually will work out if you already are.
yeah,
Of course,
you have to be patient.
Na pia patience, kuna watu wanataka kuwa overnight celebrity, unajua wanataka kufanya ngoma moja alafu umekoroga, kesho umetoka jikoni, then the next day you want to be the big hit. But nonetheless, I do want to also talk to the Kenyan artists and remind us that patience actually pays. This is the Express Show, and of course we are talking to the lovely Miss Snaidah Don Dada. She is a hip hop artist, and of course she has been doing music in the industry for a while. We shall be having much more conversation with her right after this short music break. We shall also be playing you some of her music when we get back.
Gigi Muiki 17 beams for S for the gas before S kuna L sijaribu kunimel mino yule Everest kama rasta kwa place na sisuki na stress. Keyo I do physical I don't do cash nikihuligan kimeingia bash sakila skiban sileta mukibwan pull up kimishkishi yo kodo maki kodo
Yeah. And now of course it's a vibe. Like ever, and of course this is a Blackout Fan Network Express Show. Welcome back to the show where we get to give you the fresh hits and the fresh vibes. My name is Spikes, and in studio we do have with us a wonderful fancy. She goes by the name Snaidah Don Dada. And of course we are having a conversation into the journey of this particular Kenyan artist. And of course it's always a delight when we have a guest in the studio just getting to talk about the Kenyan entertainment industry, and of course also discussing African matters as well. And of course remember you can get a hold of us to kwenye mitandao ya kijamii. You can find us on Twitter, on Facebook, and also on Instagram, Black Hot Fire Network. And of course I would like to ask you a few more questions. I would like to know perhaps when you look at the industry right now, unaona kama industry ina grow ama ime stagnate. What is your view on the current state of the entertainment industry?
Unajua kuna corona currently, so na feel kidogo industry imebaki stagnant, unaona. Wasanii wachapi show. Yani no, kama hakuna cash kwa wasanii industry inabaki stagnant, but assuming corona ingekuwa maybe tungekuwa
tungekuwa tumefanya much more progress in the industry. And of course I would just like to get back into your musical journey. Ningependa nikuulize of course which was your very first song? How was your experience recording that song?
My very first song ilikuwa inaitwa Wakatai by Snaidah Don Dada. Okay, this particular song, I was in a very dark period of my life. Nikaamua since sijawahi fanya anything about my talent, maybe I should hit the studio and do something about it. So I jumped on a trap beat and decided to just express myself between nilikuwa na go through at that particular time. So Wakatai.
And of course I have heard about about that particular jam, which is known as Wakatai. And I think what you're saying is that you don't really need cosigns and you don't really need to force issues with people. Kama haiwezi just leave them be.
You just do your thing.
What was the inspiration behind that particular one?
That particular song, like I've said, I was going through a lot of things. Unaonanga ile time yenye mabeshte wameshow their true colors. Mpenzi wako ameshow his true colors. Like tuko in a dark place maze una feel too nobody got your back. So that darkness and that negativity, that pessimism will inspire you.
It'll inspire your track. And of course I would like to play a little bit of this particular song. Let us know how you feel about this particular one. Remember you can get a hold of us on our social media, which is Black Hot Fire Network.
You can't tell me no. Teke kujikanga kikipchoge mashoke mashakuna maosi siwakatai kumsaidia siwakatai kumsaidia siwakatai kumsaidia siwakatai kumsaidia siwakatai kumsaidia siwakatai kumsaidia siwakatai kumsaidia. Next level shit. It's bitch wanna die.
what it is. And of course, this is the expression right here on the Black Hot Fire Network. It's jamming. And of course, like if you never heard it before, that is Siwakatai by the one and only Snaidah Don Dada. In case you want to know where to find her music, I would love to ask you, Snaidah, how can people find your music on, online and other different places?
Okay, you can get my music on YouTube.
Ongeza volume.
You can get my music on YouTube, but in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I'll have worked on getting my music on other social media platforms.
Yeah.
Not social media, music marketing platforms.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And
but meanwhile, they can just pick up YouTube. My username is Snaidah Don Dada. They can check out my work.
Kuna kazi pale go kwenye YouTube. In case you would like to get to check out that particular video of the song Wakatai, it's actually available pale go kwenye YouTube. And of course, I would also like to ask, reception ya music yako imekuwaje? Watu wamepokeaje muziki wako?
Reception ya music yangu imekuwa fiti.
Yeah.
The few tracks nimefanya nikasukumia watu link, the feedback is positive.
Yeah.
People are like, Snaidah, you are what the industry needs. You're like, we love your music, umekam tu na different vibe yenye iko, so we want to see more of your work. So in such comments from people ndio zinanipea motisha ya ku keep going na kuzidi kuwapea entertainment vile inafaa.
And now of course that is a way to go, and I believe. And of course this is the express show on the Black Hot Fire Network. We are hanging out with a wonderful guest. She goes by the name Snaidah Don Dada. Of course, amekuwa kwa muziki for a while now, and she is making the big moves in the industry. If you would like to check her out, I'll find her on YouTube, Snaidah Don Dada, which is SANIDAH DONDADA, which is Snaidah Don Dada, and of course also on YouTube, Instagram, and of course other different platforms. And going back to the conversation you had earlier about some of the people that you would like to work with in the entertainment industry, let me ask you something. There are some industry greats in the hip hop industry. Either they could be MCs or just FMCs. Ni wasanii wagani ambao unaangalia kwa industry unaona unaweza like kufanya kazi na wao?
Okay, first of all, naweza sema nataka ku big up wase wote wako kwa industry doing their thing.
Yeah.
Na wa salute sana because it's not easy kuwa msanii.
Yeah.
So I appreciate their effort, I appreciate sana yote wanafanya, but naweza penda sana kuwork na Calligraph, wa Cardinali. Naweza penda kufanya kazi pia na Femi 1, Petra.
Femi Uno.
Yeah.
And of course, recently Petra aliangusha ngoma kibao kali sana na the Wild Boss, who is our Vibes Cartel, and a big up sana to Petra, and of course the music that she is doing. And I would just like to ask you, when you look at some of the producers also in the industry, you have by now worked with Motive Don, who is a big producer in the industry. There are some other different producers maybe perhaps you would like to work with, but before you tell us about the producers you would like to work with, how was your experience working with Motive Don? Ilikuwaje experience yako kwa kuna yule producer?
Okay, first of all, a big shout out to Motive Don.
Yeah.
Unajua kuna ile msanii uko passionate about music, maybe umedrop ka freestyle pale Instagram, unatag hivi celeb hivi, yako already kwa industry na kupay like
ni atambui
ata drop comment or anything, but a big shout out to Motive. Ali drop challenge ya Can Get It Beat, akasema anatafuta wasanii wa kujump on the track. So mimi nikamwambia niaje Motive, mimi niko ready. Akaniambia sawa, Snaidah we drop pale ile freestyle yako unitag, mimi nitaicheki alafu the way forward. So that's exactly what I did. And after I did that, he was like, I'll big up kazi yangu. I was the first person I'll post kwa hiyo challenge, ndio saa wengine waka wanaona challenge iko wakafuata, unaona. So Motive ali shout out to my talent. He spotted something in me. So kidogo nikaitwa na manager wake after a week hivi nifike pale studios za Motive Creative Studios, niingize ndani verse. So tulikuwa 3 boys and 3 girls. But hao wasanii wengine walikuwa ni wasanii already wameingia kwa game, wamejua venye. But sasa hizo mimi ndio nilikuwa the only artist pale, niko Green Manze ndio nimeingia kwa rap, sijui ni, but I'm glad niliput in work like for our starters. I think
ilikuwa kazi fresh pale. Wale ambao hawajitazama can you go to YouTube and of course look for that particular freestyle. What was the name of the challenge again?
Can Get It.
Can
Actually,
Get It.
it's a full song. There were 3 males and 3 females on the track, and I was lucky enough to be one among the female artists.
Na pia najua ulifunika. But of course, if you would like to check out that particular song, which is Can Get It, it's actually on YouTube by PT1 Don. That was a challenge. And now, of course, getting back to the industry, kuna wale watu ambao wanapenda kuleta chuki kwa sana, people who want to get on your Instagram and trash you, or even on Twitter. How do you deal with the negative criticism? Unadilaje na wale wase wengine post wengine azileti shangwe nini? How do you deal with negative criticism kwa mitandao?
I just take in positive. Unajua huwezi chapa shughuli bila negativity.
Yeah.
For matter of fact, kama msanii, the negativity ndio sasa paramount kabisa, ndio ndio vital kabisa, yani ndio muhimu, like the negativity ndio huwa inakupush prove a point na kuchapa shughuli kabisa. So mimi iwe positive iwe negative, kwa sana napenda hiyo negative kwa sababu hiyo ni push,
inakumotivate pia, inakuchallenge. And of course ningependa nijue, of course in the industry there has been so many things, maybe opportunities, like one of the opportunities you mentioned, ile opportunity ya kufanya kazi na PT1 Don. Ningependa nijue pia challenges, changamoto ambazo umezipitia kama msanii, especially being a FMC. What are some of the challenges maybe umepitia kwa industry, na ukaona maybe you would like also to advise young people, young ladies, and also young guys trying to get into the music? Ni changamoto gani ambao umezipitia, and how are you overcoming some of these challenges?
Okay, changamoto ya kwanza naweza sema ni differentiating the real from the fake.
True.
As a female artist, mimi naongelea on behalf of females. Na as a female artist kuget kujua ni nani wa ukweli, ni nani wa uongo, kidogo inaleta tashwishi. Because you can find a lot of people wanna prey on your talent. Msee anakuja, Snaidah anaweza kusaidia na kusaidia, kumbe yeye agenda yake si hata the music, ni vitu zingi.
Some other private
sometimes they wako na lugha tamu kabisa, you might fall into temptation of kusikiliza vitu wanasema. But sasa what I can advise any upcoming female, kama any other female yoyote awe anarapa awe anaimba, just be cautious on who you are working with. On these people wanakuwa approach at you, tutamfikisha muziki yako on a different level. Take your time kujua the real from fake. Alafu another challenge naweza sema ni kudharauliwa. Like unaweza itwa na boy kwa track, and then maybe like unamwambia akuoneka dogo, at least ataka soda hivi, unaona, jua anataka verse yako kwa song yake, but they usually like
anaifanya ni kama favor na ni working na Putin,
so wao wanataka ionekane ni
wao. Hakuna za kujanganya kwa industry manze,
sio mambo ni kusaidia,
wao
wanaona ni kama wao ndio wanakufanyia favor,
iko
but
sisi kwambia platform hizi na favors hizi lipa manze, bills, but nonetheless I'm getting that particular point where we do see people trying to use other people, ni kutumika manze. Of course wengine watasema this track na push hadi kule, so you're just coming on through, uta benefit sana na track, but at the end of the day benefit is there, but lakini manze bills lazima zilipwe, which is still a good thing to see that we also get to support a young talent in Africa. This is the Express Show right here on the Blackout Fan Network. We are getting to have a discussion about music and her journey. She goes by the name Snaidah Don Dada. She is actually a hip hop artist. We shall be getting back in the conversation right after this particular short music break. This particular jam goes by the name, it's actually called FMCs, and of course that is who we have in the studio with us, one of the top FMCs in the industry. We shall be right back.
Dada about to smack you with a sledgehammer. If you on me, yeah, they know it's me that they need. Sugar mommy, daddy need the mommy. Yes, the raps and say, Baba don't matter, don't you share. Come beat it up, like a design, you beat it, Jamaica. You all I knew, you don't young kids, I as possible. He's the day of the year, he's going to cook you, but yeah, the boy, you mark a superstar, is a bug, you okay. We party, you don't need my heart. Bila kukea cheki, uvishi daipo, dress like on all the